Eastside got that, I'm serving it. Ben GT, I'm swerving it. Tell me what's the word, what you heard it. Hood tat on me permanent. Where you from, ain't heard of it. Show me for you owe me, look. We ain't boo. With me, my mood switch. Till my hand hurt.
Hello peoples.
Eastside be the Mecca, don't ever get it backwards.
Eastside like, Eastside got that, Eastside like, Eastside, this ain't what you think, this ain't what you want. Eastside only, Eastside do the most. Eastside like, got that Eastside, got that Eastside like, Eastside got, this ain't what you, this ain't what you, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Eastside only,
hey.
do the most.
Okay, this no surprise. Eastside know the vibes. Get down, look me in my eyes. If you make it, I'm gonna do my job. I can whip it, I can drive it. Depending on her knowledge, I'm passenger in her docket. Yeah, beefing over. Oh no, I don't want no problemo. Push me to the limit, I jump out and show you my demo.
Eastside got that, Eastside like, Eastside, this ain't what you think, this ain't what you want. Eastside only, Eastside do the most. Eastside like, got that Eastside, got that Eastside like, Eastside, this ain't what you, this ain't what you, this ain't what you want. Eastside only, do the most. Eastside do the most.
I must admit I gotta gut up. Shawty with the gotta let the go. Now I make them sick with every fit I want my brother clothes. Play with this, we end it quick, I saw my brother soul. Cross to my brother, then know you crossing me. They wishing for me wanna me. But left for me and they all gon' see. I went hard for y'all to leave. Like I miss the old streets, yeah. Back when they didn't know me, yeah. I swear that it's so deep, yeah. Like I'd be the Kobe, yeah, yeah. Clutching up on the highway, riding down the strip trying to make a pick on a Friday. Always on my tip, wanna get at me sideways. Wanna trip, we gon' better high rate. I'm still with the but not the same homies. I done lost the chain and watch some change on me. I walked through the rain, they watched it rain on me. I took all the pain, they left the blame on me. I ain't want the fame, I swear the fame chose me. Tried to switch my lane, but it still came on me. Really hate this game, I use the same old cheat. I see baloney, still the same old me. They can't wait for me to break, they just wanna steal my way. Go to war up the score for the then they still hate. I do more for by the day. I'm gon' for my that laid away. In love with my I must admit I gotta gut up. Shawty with the gotta let the go. Now I make them sick with every fit I want my brother clothes. Play with this, we end it quick, I saw my brother soul. Cross to my brother, then know you crossing me. They wishing for me wanna me. But left for me and they all gon' see. I went hard for y'all to leave. Like I miss the old streets, yeah. Back when they didn't know me, yeah. I swear that it's so deep, yeah. Like I'd be the Kobe, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Commaculations. Boss move. What you refuse to do. Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Commaculations. Boss move. What you refuse to do. Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Commaculation. Commaculations. I'll retire when I expire. I'm in the truck like a spare tire. Not a dragon, but I spit fire. Volcano heat, not no little old trenches. Looking at my life through different lenses. Back when my heart was full of vengeance. Not good, but bad intentions. Somehow the Lord kept me unharmed. Kept my head up under his arms. I had a cross for a charm. The chosen one when I was born. Earl Stevens, I'm the proprietor. Wait for my company to get acquired. 200,000 strong. One day I'll have enough to buy my grandchildren homes. Generational wealth. What you doing? Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Commaculation. Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Commaculation.
Welcome to Season 6 in my career. We're celebrating the next 6 weeks along with the 2-time scoring champion, Tracy McGrady.
Arriving with T-Mac is a fresh stack of season rewards.
I will be up in the air with this Level 14 reward, a fun and functional drone transporting you around the city by pressing the rebound button.
I'm seeing
Welcome and thanks for joining 2K Sports for a Friday night full of NBA action with 2 Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson, Allie LaForce, our reporter. And let's check Miami's starting lineup. They've got Tyler Hero. He's out there with Davion Mitchell. And it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Pacers, Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. Jackson out there with Pascal Siakam. And it's McConnell in at the point guard position. We're just a few games into the new year, Doris. How important is it for a team to start off strong?
I think, B.A., it's hugely important. What we've learned historically is that the first 20 games are a good indicator for success. And obviously, if you're younger, can your confidence waver if you get off to a tough start? Veterans can absorb it a little bit better. But to me, those first 20 games, big time important.
Launches a 3. And Adebayo with the 3.
Yeah, Adebayo getting it done from downtown.
Now Nembhard. McConnell left side. Down low. Oh, they get a hand on it. Siakam. Missed inside. And the Heat with possession. It's a 3-point game. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Here's McConnell. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by McConnell. Hero for 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
For like 95% of guys, that is a bad shot, but not Hero. He's got endless range.
Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
A nice shot by Mitchell.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
Now a timeout called by Indiana. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Casemates are turning the temperature up. Let's dance.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Jackson finds Matherin. Up top, McConnell. Now Siakam, hounded by Adebayo. Siakam, no good.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
Mitchell, the pass to Hero. Back to Mitchell. From deep three-point land. Out left to the wing. Here's Highsmith. And Miami again with the bucket.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Siakam, no good.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
For Indiana, they've gone 0 for 5 to begin this game. McConnell outside. Poke loose. Mitchell with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. And Mitchell with the slam.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Three-pointer. And again, Miami with a triple. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Miami.
I must say, their defensive intensity has been impressive so far. Really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
And now it's time to look at the teams that have really impressed shooting from the field during the last 10 games. Number 1, the Heat.
Boy, they've been hot. You love to see this kind of offensive execution.
Here's Siakam, a go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. And again, Miami with a triple.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Fast break, Miami. Here's Ware. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat-out take over. This is impressive.
Here's Jackson after the basket by Miami. He goes up. Oh, a rim-rattling 2-handed jam.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. McConnell against Mitchell. And another fast break for Miami. The Heat running. And Mitchell with the slam.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
The Pacers have gone 0 for 5 to begin this game. McConnell outside. Mitchell with the ball. He's picked up by Nembhard. From behind the arc. And again, it's Miami from deep.
What would this game be like without their easy points off of turnovers?
1:27 left to play in the first. Here's Hero. Oh, a huge slam! An exclamation point on that break.
Your Hero is a one-man show. Stole it away and took it himself.
1:16 left in the first quarter. Mitchell against McConnell. And that'll be Indiana's ball as it goes out of bounds. Pacers able to keep the possession. Nesmith, he's checked in for Indiana. Jaquez is checked in for Miami. Robinson comes in for Hero. Nembhard left side to the left wing. Siakam against Adebayo. Just 5 to shoot. To win the drought. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Indiana ball.
And Indiana with some change. Bryant, he's checked in for Jackson. Walker comes in for Siakam. And it's Jackson in for Nembhard. .55 seconds left in the first. Indiana again missing.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
For 3, Robinson. And again, Miami with a triple.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
By himself. And Mitchell with the slam.
It's just good hustle. Always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Mitchell against Jackson. Knocked loose. And so the ball out of bounds. Jaquez touched it last. Miami making a switch here. Jovic is checked in. .20 seconds left in the opening quarter. The steal. Here's Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Nesmith on the wing. No good. Had a chance to win the run there. And that's it for the first quarter in what has been a very lopsided game. Miami out in front, running away with this one. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show.
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
Well, Doris, for a while, the amount of three-pointers seemed to grow exponentially. I think it's plateaued now.
You know, B.A., I'm not sure I agree that it's plateaued. What we do know unequivocally is these organizations have defined how to be the most efficient basketball team. And each and every year, we're setting records in that category. They're just getting smart about the kinds of shots you want and when. We're seeing more shots at the rim, and we're still heavily emphasizing the three-point line.
Matherin at the 2 with Neesmith at the 3. Walker out there with Thomas Bryant. And it's Jackson in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. And it's Love missing.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Jackson surveying the D. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Heat ball.
And a peek at the NBA's best at the three-point line. Davion Mitchell, number 1. Second, Tyler Hero.
And the way both of these guys open up the floor with their long-range shooting, you just can't afford to give them any airspace from deep.
Out of bounds, it'll be Indiana's ball.
Indiana ball.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Siakam comes in for Walker, and it's McConnell in for Jackson. Tyler Hero's checked in for Miami. And the Pacers with possession here. And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Back to Bryant. Pass to Neesmith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Siakam. Rebound by the Heat. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, They were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
Now here's McConnell. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
And his passing was simply amazing. A lot of fun to watch.
Here's Jovic. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And nice to see the elevation right there. That was a strong move.
And you love that length.
Yeah, he took it up with a ton of forcefulness that time. Used his height to full advantage.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The Pacers have a star tandem with Tyrese Halliburton and the newly re-signed Pascal Siakam, who said of his all-star point guard, his knowledge of the game and his desire to win and get better, that's all you can really ask for from a young player. Out there on the floor together, I think it's naturally just a fit. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks.
Big-time breakout, leaving everyone in the dust.
You love the awareness, the decisiveness. Great job there.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. McConnell passes to Bryant. Will it go? Blocked!
Oh, terrific timing from Kevin Love to get the block, something he's worked hard to improve on.
No coverage that time. Hero's got 6 here in the quarter.
Their defense is getting run off the floor right now.
The Pacers have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, and this is how you finish off the fast break. Hero, great at taking initiative in these situations.
Here's Siakam. No points yet. Siakam gets doubled. The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Hero. The finish! Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Now here's Siakam. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates. Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And here's Indiana now. Knocks it loose. Siakam outside. Six on the shot clock. Once again, the Heat in transition. Up the court they go. Wing shot on the way. Again, the Heat score.
And getting out in transition has really helped fuel this run.
And it's Indiana's ball. This, their first look at this year's Miami squad.
Even though they had the better roster, they actually lost the season series to this team last year.
Jovic. And again, it's Miami from deep.
We see it happen again. They give the ball away, and it immediately hurts them.
McConnell against Hero. McConnell outside. Mathurin finds Bryant. And here's Nesmith. Just 4 to shoot. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. And now with a break, here are the best passing teams in the NBA so far. 5th on the list, Indiana.
This is a squad that understands the importance of being unselfish and moving the ball. You love to watch smart basketball like that.
Miami has gone 3 of 4 from outside so far in the second quarter. To the wing, right side. The 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
For Indiana, they've got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. McConnell passes to Bryant. It's stolen by Love. From the arc. And the 3-pointer goes. Love's got 5 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
McConnell against Hero. Pass to Matherin. Knocked away. Robinson with a steal. Here we go, one-on-one. There's the three. Great start so far, 3 of 3 in this one.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Hero against McConnell. Got a piece of it. And here we go, the Heat fast break. Ooh, an open look for Hero. Again, the Heat score.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Siakam, no good.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And so it's Miami showing no mercy and just piling it on, looking dominant and focused right now. And they've racked up a ton of turnovers. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was all about Miami as the game got going. Looking absolutely unstoppable off the tip, they put together a masterful 12-0 run. They came on extremely strong as the quarter was winding down, nailing all 6 of their last field goal attempts to close out the first. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play. Help them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. Kenny, let's start with you. What you think about the Heat?
They obviously crushed it from deep. They were firing it from every angle and kept hitting the target. I mean, look at the score. Obviously, a lot of things went right for them, but that's a big one.
And over to you, big fella. Your thoughts on the Pacers first half?
Just bad interior defense from them throughout the half. They're getting pushed around, not protecting the rim, allowing easy looks. That's the kind of D I love to face. I've had at least 30 by now, guys.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for the Pacers, setting the floor for Miami. Duncan Robinson is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Jovic in at the 5, down low. Now here's Robinson. From deep. Pure from three-point range. Robinson's got 11 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it. And just a crafty move to get free for the dunk.
Yeah, he's not just trying to score. He's trying to embarrass someone. And here's Indiana now. McConnell with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. Robinson with a steal. And a big finish by Robinson.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Now here's McConnell. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. To stop the run. Jackson can't get it to go. The Heat have gone 3 of 3 in the second half. Robinson for 3. And again, Miami with a triple.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Ooh, poked away. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. He's all alone. And a big finish by Robinson.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third-period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Siakam outside. Adebayo with a steal. Robinson with it. Picked up by Matherin. Pulls up for 3. Counted from distance. Robinson's got 13 in the second half.
They're turning it over, and their opponent isn't. That's the difference.
Siakam, the pass to Jackson. And here's Nembhard. Robinson defending. On the wing, Nembhard. Checking his numbers. He's put up a little over 9 points a game. And they're on the break. Mitchell, the pass to Highsmith. Shoots over Matherin. Again, the Heat score.
They're pushing the ball at pretty much every opportunity.
That's tipped. Going all the way to the rack for the finish. And Mitchell with the slam.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Here's Matherin. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, there are some players who felt the 65-game requirement for postseason awards was too high. The NBA's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, said, quote, "You're still allowed to miss 20% of the season. People pay to go, and they want to see their stars play." Brian, it's all about the fans.
True enough, Allie. Thanks. And so it's Indiana with it. Nothing yet for him here in the third quarter. McConnell with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. And it's out of bounds to Indiana. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at the Heat, and they've got the top spot in the conference, a testament to their hard work all year long. And, of course, the Pacers, now 5.5 games back.
Well, I think for Miami, they've really delivered a performance so far that few people expected. That's why we say this game isn't played on paper, it's played on the hardwood.
Absolutely. You can tell they are relishing their status as underdogs. It has fueled an impressive start.
And the level of activity these guys bring to defense is special. Here are the league's leaders in steals. Davion Mitchell, number 1. Second, Tyler Hero.
These two are a problem for opposing offenses. Quick, active hands, they pounce on your mistakes.
Now here's Mitchell. 30 points in the game.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Jackson outside. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession.
Still Pacers ball.
Indiana making a switch here. Neesmith's checked in. And Miami also making a switch. Hero, he's checked in for Robinson. Cuts off the pass. Here come the Heat again in transition. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, and this is why Hero was a lottery pick back in 2019, because of how incredible of a scorer he can be.
And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Tipped away. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Hero for 3. And again, it's Miami from deep. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
.141 left to play in the third. And the basket by Highsmith.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Minute 32 left in the third. Outside Walker to end the cold spell. And rejected. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. Here's Neesmith. They get it back. Outside Matherin. Jackson, right side. Gets another look. Highsmith grabs the board. And it's Miami's ball. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Sinks it from distance.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Now here's Jackson. He's scoreless. That's tipped. Stolen by Hero. By himself. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Yeah, maybe he's not a high flyer, but Hero still loves to finish with power.
There's 38 seconds left in the third. Walker passes to Matherin. Jackson against Mitchell. Outside Neesmith. Knocked loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Jaquez is checked in for Highsmith.
Jaquez.
.20 seconds left in the third. Clock at 4. Here's Neesmith. Indiana again missing. Here's Hero. 24 points for him. And the Heat, another three.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number one on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And so it's the Miami Heat making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. Back after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Jackson, Thomas Bryant out there with Walker, then it's Shepard, and it's Furphy in at the 3. That's the 5 for the Pacers.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Stolen by Rozier. And here we go, the Heat fast break. Here's Jaquez, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, we know Terry Rozier can score it, but you love when he sets his teammates up. That's when his whole game is flowing.
Jaquez has gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Since halftime, either they've gotten sloppier or the defense has turned up.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
Hey, that's just their first turnover. Overall, they've done a great job taking care of the ball.
Got a piece of it. Yet another steal from him.
Got to be careful around him.
Man, he's been incredible at coming up with steals.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Can. Blocked! Anderson against Walker. Anderson passes to Love. Rozier from outside. And again, Miami with a triple.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Once again, the Heat in transition. Up the court they go. Oh, hammers it home. Taking it the length of the court.
Well, the quickness on display. Terry Rozier on the break. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous.
Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. Highsmith is checked in for Miami. Bryant against Love. Pass to Anderson. Here's Larson. Here's Highsmith. And again, Miami with a triple.
I just love the ball movement.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Rozier. Here's Larson. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Boy, it's been a minute since they last scored.
It has been. And at what point do you alter your strategy? Try to get back on track.
Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And it's incredible how taking good risk on defense often leads to good looks at the other end.
That is quick defense to offense. These guys such terrific athletes. You can't let your guard down.
Pass to Bryant. Ooh, poked away. It's stolen by Love. Fast break Miami. Here's Larson. Again, the Heat score.
You know, I really like this. Instead of putting his head down, Terry Rozier keeping his eyes up and finding his open teammate.
Bryant outside. Poke loose. Jackson against Rozier. Going all the way to the rack. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Come on now, what a talent. Slips through the lane and just flushes it home.
Oh, the D feeling some shame right there. That was big league. Love comes over on the double. It's stolen by Love. The three. The Heat rebound. Lets the three fly. He drops it from range.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Stolen by Rozier. And he makes it on the layup.
How about that triple drive move from Terry Rozier? That handle is tight, folks.
When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A. Playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
Out to the right wing. Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Anderson. And Rozier, here we go.
Once Rozier is in the lane, this guy's so effective at finding his way to the cup.
.143 left in the fourth quarter here. And Jackson gets double teamed. Here come the Heat again in transition. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
I think this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Heat.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with the win in the first game.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Davion Mitchell.
He was all over the place, pressuring ball handlers, jumping the passing lanes. His steals made a huge impact on this game.
Buries it from three.
For three.
Yeah, rising up on a dime. I love seeing Hero be assertive like this.
And Hero comes to help. McConnell passes to Bryant. They need this. It's blocked. Here's Ware. He's covered by Siakam. And again, Miami with a triple.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Back to Mitchell. On the wing, Mitchell to the inside. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3 seconds.
Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Walker.
On the court for the Pacers, Mathurin.
Boy, they're in a rough patch right now.
Yeah, momentum is definitely not on their side.
Siakam looking it over. It's stolen away. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Ware.
Oh, my God. Look out below.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did.
Nabbing another steal.
A defensive terror all night long.
I've never seen anything like it. He's actually tied the record for most steals in a game.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Left side, Mathurin. So no problem for Miami as they get the win. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
What's up, guys? This is T-Mac with some 2K TV Interactive. Could you tell me what year did I get inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame? Was it 2016, 2017, 2018, or was it 2019? If you answered 2017, you get some free VC.
As they came through the tunnel earlier, the Pacers were already in all business mode, ready to defend their home floor. A Sunday afternoon with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. So the opening lineup for the Heat, Mitchell is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Highsmith in at the 3. And for the Pacers, Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. Benedict Mathurin is out there with Pascal Siakam. And it's Jackson in at the center. In this early bit of the season, Greg, how important are team goals?
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific rank or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead.
Launches a three. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Mitchell against Halliburton. Jackson misses. For the Pacers, they come in off a loss to the Heat.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see the frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
Yeah, they had no answer for them. They simply got outplayed and outworked.
Jackson misses. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Hero fires from way outside. Pacers with the rebound. Outside Mathurin knocks it loose, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. They get a hand on it. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team. And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Adebayo stretching his range, able to connect there.
They double team Siakam. Here's Halliburton. Can't cash in from close range. Miami's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Lets the three fly. And again, Miami with the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Pacers have got a paltry 0 of 6 from the field here in what's been a very difficult start for them. Halliburton on the wing. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Ware. And again, Miami with the triple.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Miami. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And checking out Indiana. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And right now for the Pacers, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Highsmith. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Trains it from beyond the arc.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Mark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
Here's Ware, defended by Mathurin. And again, Miami with the triple. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle steps for Miami.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hands. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
Hits it from three-point range. Adebayo's got 6 points.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
And the Pacers call time here. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted.
Here for the Pacers. Jarris Walker, he's checked in for Siakam. Neesmith comes in for Benedict Mathurin. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Miami. Robinson comes in for Hero. Robinson for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks sheltered.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Heat. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Now, here's McConnell, hoping to put that miserable performance against Miami behind him tonight. Here's Ware, and the Heat, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Jackson misses.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the court.
Robinson, that's good.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Ryan is checked in for Indiana. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Miami. Halliburton passes to Bryant. And it's blocked.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Heat foul. Jokic. First personal foul. First team foul.
Five seconds left here in the first quarter. Neesmith can't get it to go.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And so it's the Miami Heat sitting at a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
Hey, you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
On the court for Miami here in the second, they've got Robinson. He's out there with Tyler Hero, and it's Love in at the 5. Now, here is Robinson, coming off a solid outing against Indiana. Basket good. Jovic has got his first points of the night.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Bryant. No scoring in this one. Nembhard the pass to Siakam. And the rejection by Love.
Known primarily for his offense and rebounding, Love has the anticipation skills to make plays at the defensive end.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And the Pacers with possession here. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, flashy play by Hero off the drive, turning his speed into airtime for a dunk.
Here's McConnell. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball, and I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Nembhard finds Siakam. McConnell scanning the floor. Clock at 6. Poked away. Here's Highsmith. He's covered by McConnell. It's rebounded by Neesmith.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Offensive rebound. The shot by Nembhard, no good.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Well, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft
finish there. Pure power.
Yeah, we could feel that one all the way over here.
Yeah, great aggressive move to the bucket there. He wasn't about to pass that one up. He threw it down.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Oh, nice ball movement. Hero's an underrated passer. Makes great decisions.
Here's Nembhard. Still scoreless. Here's Highsmith. And it's Miami with another.
Really their own worst enemy right now with all these turnovers.
I tell you what, guys, this game would look a lot different, would have a different texture if they didn't give the ball away so much. I mean, that's really been the storyline so far.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Buries the jumper to finish the break. Highsmith's got... Six in the quarter.
And how about Hero finding the steal? That took great awareness on his part.
McConnell against Hero. Here's Bryant. Looking to end the run. It's hauled in by the Heat. Here's Highsmith. 12 points for him. It's good from long range.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Snatched up. Bryant.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
And the rejection by Love. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Love. Some changes for Indiana. Jackson comes in for Thomas Bryant. And it's Benedict Mathurin in for T.J. McConnell. Here's Mathurin. Hasn't made one yet. Siakam passes to Mathurin. Just 5 on the clock. No good that time.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
And the pass to Siakam. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That is his first foul of the game. Cherish Walker. He's checked in for Indiana. Halliburton comes in for Andrew Nembhard. The Heat also with a sub. Hawkes is checked in. Right side Jackson. Walker the pass to Halliburton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Adebayo. And Adebayo sends it back. In transition, here comes Miami. Pass to Hawkes. Here's Ware. Guarded by Jackson. Count that one. Ware's got 14 points for the game.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
You know, it's okay to give up a few if you're getting them back on the other end, but that hasn't been the case here.
Feeds to Jackson. It's stolen by Adebayo. Hero kicks to Mitchell. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
Fast break points, the edge goes to them, and those quick buckets are easy money. I love to see that.
On the wing, Mathurin. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ware, no good.
A bunch of threes for him in this first quarter. A bunch of threes for him in the first quarter, but he's made 0 here in the second period.
Rips down the breakaway slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense. You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's the Heat delivering the blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Coach, where do you look to shore things up at the defensive end of the floor?
They're hitting us in some different areas, you know, so we got to give help on the inside. And with the guys we have playing tonight, we got to be real persistent, real together.
You got to find that chemistry very quickly. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Miami did not hesitate to set the pace. Looking absolutely unstoppable off the tip, they put together a masterful 12-0 run. At the end of the first quarter, they found themselves way out on top. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play, helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
They had a tremendous first half from the three-point line. Their shot selection was pretty sound, considering how many threes they took. And the confidence of the shooters, now that's outstanding.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
First of all, where's the intensity on D? You'd think when a team is punking you like this, you at least try to put a stop to it. But nope, you just keep giving up open looks, letting the lead get bigger and bigger and bigger.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Pacers Youth Dance Team.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Next game for him, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Siakam is out there with Isaiah Jackson. And it's Halliburton in at the point. That's the Pacers 5. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets. And running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. Here's Siakam. Scoreless thus far. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's sent back by Mitchell.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
And here is Siakam. After Tyler Hero hitting the three. Tipped away. Right wing. Down low. Here's Nembhard. Highsmith grabs the miss. Highsmith's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Adebayo passes to Ware. From deep. And again, Miami with the triple.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
The Pacers have gone a paltry 0 of 6 to begin the third quarter. What a terrible start to the half. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Heat.
And a lot of shots from long distance. They're trying to stretch out the D and force them to cover out in space. And a lot of times that enables an offense to get some opportunities to attack in the paint.
Here's Nembhard. Still yet to score. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the leading defenses. Number one, the Heat.
Great defenders both individually and collectively. I mean, you can tell they really love accepting that challenge. They can stifle you at that end of the floor.
Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Just 4 to shoot. Mitchell against Halliburton.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Adebayo, that's a two-pointer. Again, the Heat, good for 2.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Halliburton outside. Knocked loose. And now, Adebayo pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And turnovers have been the issue for them.
You can see the coaches have gotten into them a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Now, here's Siakam. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Indiana again, turning it over. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Andrew Nembhard. And Miami with a change here, too. Robinson's checked in for Tyler Hero. That'll be a 5-second call. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Pacers. On Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in Toronto, where they'll take on the Raptors. And then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Houston Rockets.
And that game against Milwaukee, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Trying to get something going. Jackson kicks to Halliburton. Passes it to McConnell. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Pass to Jackson. Ball's knocked loose. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. The finish. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's McConnell, following the score by Miami. Ware dishes to Mitchell. And the Heat, another three.
and really pushing the tempo. Fast break buckets, a big factor for them offensively.
And you know what, guys? Despite their pace of play, they seem to be the fresher team, running the defense ragged.
Here's Mathurin. He has yet to score. And another fast break chance here for the Heat. Here we go. Ware passes to Highsmith. Fires away from outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Highsmith's got 18 points. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Heat.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out and...
Oh, my goodness! Come on now.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's McConnell. And nothing is falling for him right now. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Heat. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Knocks down the three ball.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the dunk by Robinson.
Well, so often we see this, transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's McConnell. It's hauled in by the Heat. Mitchell's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Robinson passes to Highsmith. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Highsmith's got 9 points now in just the second half.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Heat out front, opening up a huge gap. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, it's all about who's more physical, and you got to meet them early in defensive possession. These guys are going to wear down, but we got to make them wear down.
Well, imploring his guys to up the aggressiveness on the defensive side.
And Kevin, preaching physicality. When you play for Coach Carlisle, you got to bring energy.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. You've got Rozier. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Larson in at the 2. Jackson dishes to Walker. And it's Miami with the rebound. They host the 76ers after this game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Jaquez with the bucket.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in.
Goodness. Mercy, mercy me. When Rozier has an open court in front of him, this guy is dangerous. Great quickness.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for this. Oh, what a finish!
Goodness. Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Rozier with the steal. And the Heat, another three.
To me, this is Rozier's game in a nutshell. A confident, quick-thinking, shoot-first point guard.
Got a piece of it, and that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And stolen by Love. And again, Miami running the court in transition. Here's Hackett. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
The Pacers making a switch here. Nembhard's checked in. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And stolen by Love. And the dunk by Love.
And the physical defense, not enough to stop Love. He's just too strong down low.
So it's the Pacers now. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Love. They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
Bryant drives in. Tries again. It's hauled in by the Heat. Love looking around. Yep, it counts. Love's got 4 points this quarter.
And the prototypical modern big. Love can do damage inside and out.
Here's Furphy. Jaquez defending. Jaquez with the steal. Rozier for three. And the Heat, another three.
Boy, they are feasting right now off of all of these turnovers.
D to O has been a major catalyst for him. Defense to offense.
Takes the three. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Indiana again turning it over. Neesmith, he's checked in for the Pacers. Heroes checked in for the Heat. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Took him no time at all on that one. Rozier's got 19 points.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. The Pacers making a change here. McConnell's checked in. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And it's Miami's ball here in the fourth quarter. Their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Love with the bucket.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Knocked away.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Rozier against McConnell. And it's Rozier missing.
And maybe he thinks the
he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
Here's Neesmith. It's tipped. Jaquez outside, and that one is stuffed right through.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim. Really hard to think of things they didn't do well in this one. Certainly a dominant night on offense for the Heat.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
And so it's Indiana with it. Looking to get on the board here in the 4th still. And the basket by Rozier.
Boy, Rozier simply going off. This dude going bonkers in this one.
Rozier against McConnell. Inside to end the run. The kick out to Walker. Here's Nembhard. He's covered by Hero. 5 to shoot. Goes back up, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Good hustle right there. I love that effort. Just a little late in the act.
Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Andrew Nembhard. Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. Mitchell comes in for Rozier. There's 37 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Hero kicks to Mitchell. And here's Love for 3. Drills it from outside.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
There's 25 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's McConnell. Jaquez with the rebound. And so Adebayo will bring it up for Miami. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. And there's the pass to Jaquez. Hero from long range. And the Heat, another 3.
3 points.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.